This is the Iowa Weather Report for Thursday, April the 4th, 2013. And now our first look at the 0Z GFS Model Run. This is at 1 p.m. this afternoon. We have a bit of energy moving across the Arklatex to our south. Meanwhile, we have a west to northwesterly flow around here, but that's not going to keep us from getting warm today, with temperatures likely well into the 50s, maybe a few low 60s in the western counties of the state. A bit of a frontal system will be just to our north with a few sprinkles in southeast Minnesota and Wisconsin. That'll sweep through here late tonight into early Friday. It really doesn't drop the temperatures a whole lot except in far northeast Iowa. Otherwise, it'll still be in the 50s and lower to middle 60s here on Friday as another storm system moves in across the Dakotas with some rain and a little bit of snow. That comes through here late Friday into Saturday with a few showers. The better chances of precipitation look to be to our north over Minnesota and Wisconsin into the UP, but we could see maybe a tenth or two around here. That system moves off Sunday, but another one starts coming in, maybe as early as Sunday afternoon across our western counties, but it looks to hold off at least into Sunday night after sunset, though. As the system moves in, it moves out. The first piece of it moves out by Monday afternoon with a bit of precipitation from Wisconsin down through Missouri into Oklahoma and Texas, but we still have low pressure centers to our west, and that's going to still bring some moisture in here on Tuesday with a low pressure center about near Moline or Muscatine or so. Any severe weather will be south and east of that low pressure center with a cold rain north and west of it, some snow over the Dakotas and Minnesota. But the cold air wins the battle here on Wednesday, as the frontal system will be by Wednesday at midday from about Buffalo to Cincinnati to Memphis, where there could be severe weather down into Texas as cold air and temperatures back into the 40s possibly. A week from today, there's that trough axis. It just looks plain blah, with a bit of energy across the Great Lakes down into the south, and that could bring some severe weather down across the southern part of the United States up into the upper Ohio Valley and the Appalachians, but around here we'll have just cold weather, highs in the 40s, maybe a flurry or two, but the better chances of that maybe in Michigan and Wisconsin and nothing around here. A couple days after that, as we go into Voodoo, on April the 15th, now we have a trough over the west and a ridge over the east, and that means with the southwesterly flow aloft, we'll have warmer temperatures coming back, as we'll have maybe a little bit of rain around. This looks to be very light and scattered around, and not everybody will get rain, and it won't be an all-day rain, but this would see highs well into the 60s if this was right. And at the end of the forecast on the 19th, that storm system moves up into Canada over Ontario, and we still have a southwesterly flow aloft with a ridge over the east, but will be a little bit cooler by this point. Temperatures likely back into the 50s as the frontal system will be well off to our east, but some more precipitation looks to be gathering off to our west, as it looks like April is going to be fairly active across the upper Midwest and Iowa. The satellite image from last evening showed a storm system over the south producing some showers and thunderstorms, a little bit of wintry weather over Oklahoma earlier yesterday, and a new storm system moving into the Pacific Northwest. The watch warning map from last evening was fairly quiet across the country, a flood watch over southeastern Oklahoma. Otherwise, it's fairly quiet. For early April, this is very rare for this time of the year. Going to the QPF chart, precipitation over the next 5 days through Monday evening at 7 o'clock, showing maybe a little bit of rain around here, maybe a tenth of an inch, maybe up to a half an inch with the two storm systems that'll be coming through Monday.